It's about 3:20 in the afternoon. It's the 25th of November 2014. We're entering day 3 of a 3-day conjunction of Mercury and Saturn in the sky in Scorpio. So let's have a look at Mercury, Saturn and what it means. Mercury is the closest planet that we can see to the Sun. Because of its closest to the planet, to the Sun, it goes round the Sun faster than any other planet. So Mercury's principle is that of movement and speed. It is the way you read and write and think and speak and move. It is the communication one has with oneself, mentally, with others, verbally, with the world, socially. It is about the mobility one has with one's body in terms of travelling and partying with individuals, as well as the lucidity and to a certain extent the functionality of the mind. It doesn't say what lies behind the mind, Mercury, but it does talk about the content. It's not about the philosophies or the ideals, but it is about the words and the library. Whereas Saturn is the furthest most planet you can see with the naked eye, so it straight away rules boundaries. And the ideas of boundary, restriction, limitation, being held in or held back by circumstances outside of one's control is common to most people under 30. And these days with Saturn, I'm beginning to look much more at the first Saturn square around 36, 37 years old as really the defining difference between youth and the onset of middle age. So when you have Mercury and Saturn together, it's actually not that bad a combination, because Mercury is the only planet that has no gender. It's neither masculine nor feminine. So it can work with Saturn in an objective way. So Mercury's going to see Saturn coming towards it, talking about boundary and structure and order and discipline and hard work. And Mercury's going to go, all right, we can work with this. We can do this. It's not aggressive, assertive, full on, but neither is it receptive, passive and feminine. Mercury and Saturn contacts are generally quite favourable, even the difficult ones. A conjunction links the two together, and often people with Mercury conjunct Saturn in their horoscopes will be shy, and that Saturn will be the lead planet in the first at least 30 years of life, if not 35 or 40 years of life. And it is only when they get older that Mercury really comes to the fore. But when young, yes, there's a degree of inconfidence, inhibition, insecurity, and they're not the best at coming forward. But as they get older, they get younger, and with Mercury, Saturn, they realise by the time they're into their late 30s, early 40s, that despite all the challenges, they're still sane, they've still got a rational, logical, analytical, functional mind. So they start having a bit more confidence in themselves. And this is why people with Mercury conjunct Saturn, at the end of the day, make the best university professors. Or sometimes the best, not so much surgeons, but the best analysts. They're really good at persevering with things at the mental level. They never lose their marbles. People with Mercury Saturn, when you die, they'll put you in the box, your marbles will be trying to get back out. People with Mercury conjunct Saturn, yes, you might get arthritis. Saturn, structure, bones. But that's it. You'll keep your marbles and your mobility till the day you drop. Now, take this one step further and look at Mercury conjunct Saturn in Scorpio. Scorpio, where Saturn is not uncomfortable, a little bit scary, a little bit daunted, and if it's going to look into the dirt and the real subversive and hidden stuff, it's going to do it thoroughly, and it's going to uproot everything. Mercury prefers Scorpio to any of the other water signs, because Mercury's capacity for intellectual and rational thought can really go to town with the more deeper sides of Scorpio and the more types of psychoanalysis. So Mercury conjunct Saturn in Scorpio in the last 2 or 3 days is seen as a very good tool for getting to the bottom of things, for finding out what's laying beneath the surface. If you extrapolate this one step further, look at which particular house this is in your chart. And you may find that in the last 2 or 3 days, you've had unusual insight in a very psychologically orientated way into a particular field of your life as governed by the house that the conjunction that's ongoing is in. It may even help to look at the aspects, but by then we're getting too technical for the average person. Mercury conjunct Saturn in Scorpio. It's making us look deep both inside ourselves and at the world we live in. And some of the answers aren't very nice, but at least we know we're not kidding ourselves. It's the logistician of the zodiac. Catch you later. Bye.